to the last episode of
Cut
the
to
year.
the chase.
You cut me on the chase on today. Okay, perfect.
Got to be fast to beat you, Diego.
Today, yeah, it's the last episode, believe it or not. 2022, what a year has been. Auction numbers off the roof, sales. Look, it is what it is, right? You can complain or you can buckle up and get ready for a better 2023.
But we've still made $1.
We're surviving, you know. Yeah, we haven't had to sell our cars, you know. We haven't had to get a second job working at Uber or Burger King, or respect 100% if you do that. But it's about, well, improving, right? It comes down to this. So I'm doing a kick, and I've never used this platform to promote myself in a way, but I'm doing a Kickstart event in January.
Great.
So
Date?
19th of January.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 to 2 p.m. here at my office. Limited, apply only, and there is some information coming out next week about it on my social media and whatnot. So very limited. But the reason why I'm saying this is that
But I assume that anyone who flies in from outside of Auckland, you'll give preferential treatment to.
Yeah, if you're making
Okay, let's say that.
If you're making the effort, 100%, you'll definitely get a ticket. But the point of the Kickstart, it's okay. Yes, I've made 200 sales in 2022. How can I make 100 more in 2023? Right? Because 2023 is going to be as challenging in this year, if not worse.
Yes.
So how can we improve in a market that is tough, right? And I've got content, I've got to come up with some more, but it comes down to this, improving.
Correct. Well, you just got to grab market share, right? The volume's going to, even though if the volume slides and drops another 10, 15, 20 base points, you just got to grab more.
Grab more, because the market will turn, and it's a cliche, but once it turns, you make more money if you're still there and you still got grip of the market. But hey, enough talking about the market, man. There must be a question that you're like, it's the market is still there. Tell me, this is the last episode of 2022. Tell me something you learned in personal life and in business life in 2022 that you've gone like, okay, I didn't know that, and I'm going to improve upon, or something like that.
Well, I think the two key learnings for me this year, Diego, arm yourself with words. In the last couple of years, I used to do a lot of Toastmasters, and I've gotten lazy, and recently I've been put in a couple of situations where I'm like, man, I'm not up to speed as much as I think I am. It's that constant learning, right? Better never stops. Arm yourself with words, and I've noticed recently the way that people talk. It's like even a word like fellowship. It's a beautiful word. You know, Team Diego, we're a fellowship of, you know, the best administrators, social media, marketing, buyers associates, the best agent in New Zealand. It's just, see, that one word it just makes you feel good. So arm yourself with words next year. That's my key focus.
Okay. And what about at home? Something you've improved
at home is lifestyle change. I used to a fad of diets. You know, I was always dieting, no sugar, no carbs, da. Now I've made the lifestyle change towards better food, fasting, more meditation, you know, jumping in my cold pool. So I've made a lifestyle change, and man, do I feel better.
So you don't heat your pool, do you?
No,
keep it cold.
It's got a heat pump. It costs about $1,000 a month.
I know
to
it
heat
does.
So I don't heat it.
I know it does. Yeah.
So that'll be arm myself with words next year. That's really going to help me in my business and at home as well. And lifestyle, not diets, because I look at food, I put weight on.
Yeah, it's interesting because my one at home is make the most of the time that you have at home. You know, you can spend the year going like this year that has been quieter. I'm not saying quite, but quieter than the previous year. And you can go like, okay, I've got 3 hours free. What do? Do I stress about not having the business and actually just stress about it? Or do I actually take those 3 hours to go home, enjoy a bit of family time, then come back at work and be charged up?
Yeah.
And that's what I've learned to do this year. Let it go, and it's not all about work. Work is important, but if you can manage the balance and actually be a happy home and enjoy the time, because I had a fear of missing out, right? I'm at home, I should be at work, I should be making calls. No. It's okay to be at home, to enjoy yourself with your family, your kids, whatever you do. I'm not saying go home and play Call of Duty for 12 hours, but hey, there is a certain level. So that's my personal one. In terms of business, you say yourself, arm yourself with words. For me, is arm yourself with facts, because facts talks. And the story sells, but at the end of the day, it's the fact that will tell and will allow a vendor to make an informative decision. And that's something that I've been really strong this year, and I'm going to keep buckling up on that, because the more you know, and that's my phone, I should have put it on silent. The more you know, the better you can convince someone or make them understand where they are sitting in the market, right?
Great. Some good learnings to round it off, but I've got one little story, Diego.
Please do.
I was negotiating on the weekend with a buyer, right? And the buyer said, the market's going to fall next year. And I learned arm yourself with words. I learned a really nice script. When I looked at the buyer, I said, yes, the vendor has decided to sell at tomorrow's price today.
Wow.
Like, this is not today's price at 930,000 with a CV at 1,080,000.
Yeah.
This is next year's price that you can secure it for today.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anyway, they paid extra money and they bought it for 930,000. So I just wanted to share that little tip.
That's a good one. Hey, look, a bit sad. Last episode of the year. Kickstart. I'll put some information next week. And very excited to do my first training event. And Davis, I'm looking forward to next year as well. Cut to the chase every week. Cut and punchy, in and out. That's what she says. Let's do it.
Bring it on. Ciao.